when discussing the First Amendment, free speech in particular, one argument that gets brought up a lot is that you can't say any old thing that you want. And what's often cited is you can't yell fire in a crowded theater. Actually, you can. Christopher Hitchens made this point that the opinion by Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes about not shouting fire in a crowded theater is clearly fatuous. And in a couple of speeches or a couple of debates, he would shout fire in a crowded theater and people would not run out. Now, the interesting thing about this is, most people who talk about fire in a crowded theater thing know more than what shows up on Wikipedia. Christopher Hitchens, I would imagine, knows more than the average person, or knew more than the average person does. Like, for example, that Oliver Wendell Holmes agreed with Christopher Hitchens that his original view on that was indeed a fatuous verdict, which is why Oliver Wendell Holmes dissented in later cases that were upholding the ruling in Schenck. And that ruling itself was later overturned in Brandenburg, the 1969 case, where the Supreme Court was like, no, bad law, that one can go away. Telling lies is very often protected speech. The test isn't whether or not a person shouts fire in a crowded theater, it's whether or not what they're saying is likely to immediately incite lawless activity, whether or not whatever it is they're saying is going to, right then and there, cause people to break out into some kind of unlawful conduct, fights, whatnot, things of that nature. You can, whether you think it's right or wrong, it is the law that if you're a political candidate, you can lie about your military service, you can lie about receiving the Medal of Honor, you can lie about being a Navy SEAL, and there are no legal penalties that will attach to that. If people find out about it, they likely won't vote you in. They're not required to vote for you if you're a liar. But there's a distinction between you're suffering some consequences you don't like because people find out you're a liar and treat you accordingly, and that's on the one hand, and on the other hand, the state coming in and going, oh, you've said something, and now we're going to claim ownership over your body for some period of time and stick you in a small little cage. Those are distinct things. So to recap, Schenck was the ruling that you can't shout fire in a crowded theater for various stupid reasons. The person who wrote that opinion, a unanimous opinion, later came to disagree with that opinion and wrote dissents arguing that that case was, or the underlying rationale is not particularly good. And the Supreme Court, in the fullness of time, came to realize that indeed Schenck was a bad decision, and they overturned it. So that is not the law of the land. So people who go around talking about you can't shout fire in a crowded theater are citing to something as being a relevant argument, a cogent argument, that has been rejected in our law since 1969, so over almost 50 years now. They should give up the ghost on that. Alrighty, have a great day.